For this video, I'm going to go ahead and create a graded wash, which you can see loosely over here. A graded wash is a watercolor technique where it goes from dark to light gradually or light to dark. So the watercolor itself changes tone, and you achieve that by adding the watercolor to your paper and dragging it into some water. So practice it with me right now. Just to kind of get it going and get it started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a paintbrush that's kind of large. I'm working in a larger space here. And what I'm going to do is lay down some water, okay, over half of this section. So about here over, I'm going to go ahead and add a bunch of water. Now, right now I'm working on watercolor paper. And so this paper has powers of absorption. If you're at home working, your drawing paper may not be able to absorb all this water. That's fine. Just keep that in mind as you work on this. So this section water, this section dry. I'm going to go ahead and pull my watercolor from my palette lid, and I'm going to add this where it's dry and drag it into where it's wet. Sorry, y'all, I didn't grab a whole lot there. There we go. So I'm overlapping my strokes. About every third stroke, I am dipping it back into my watercolor tone on my palette lid. And right as I enter the water area, I am going to stop dipping my paintbrush into my color. Okay, and so what you can see here is you can see how we have watercolor that goes gradually from dark to medium to light, and how it changes tone throughout, okay? So anytime you drag your paint into water, water dilutes the color, it makes it lighter, and so you're able to change tone with your watercolor. Now, a couple of things real quick. Let's say you drag your color into your water and it doesn't seem to change tone. Remember, you can do something called a thirsty brush. That just means you rinse your paintbrush in water, and you dab any of that paintbrush drool, that extra water, off onto your paper towel. My brush right now is damp, it's not dripping wet. And remember, you can suck up water or color. Now, if you're working to make it lighter or to control what it is you're doing. Now, if you're working on watercolor paper, you can do the same area about twice. If you're working on drawing paper at home, you may only be able to do this once because the paper cannot take a whole lot of wear and tear. So right now I lightened this area just a little bit so that it goes a little bit more gradually. So this is the goal with your graded wash. It's a watercolor technique where it goes gradually from dark to light or light to dark, and we do that through dragging the color into water.